Hello and welcome back to another final table commentary. Today we got a 1K PKO from WCOOP 2025. Got a 4 max. Is the variety of the tournament. Prebs with a couple of 5s, 13 blinds. We'll rip it in. Offer up their little bounty. We got Milanov on the final table. Rue. Wizzo in the big with a king jack. Oh, does find the call. Goes bounty hunting. Finds a jack. Any 5s dealer. No siree, we are going to lose Prebs real quickly. Scarmaker is on the final table here with the big ass stack, 60 blinds, second place position. There's a lot of words to be said to get the show going here. Milanov with King 8 offsuit, a nice wide open. Kind of a shitty holding. They'll just take the pot down pre-flop, and then we already get a break. We're like 50 seconds into the video. Got a little break to skip forward through. And I guess I can shout out Kalipoker. Hey, thanks for the replay, KalipokerTV. Poker replays for the replay, dude. Best YouTube channel out there. If at any point in time you find yourself not giving a shit for the commentary, there'll be a link in the description down below to the video. And Kalipoker, so you can go check out some poker action in some silence. Looks like we got a limp pot here. Rue with a pocket pair of 8s. She's a 10-7-7 flop. Jack 2 for Milanov will bet 1 blind in position. Get a quick call. Rue makes a full house as Milanov picks up a straight draw to the 9. Looks like another bet by Milanov. They go for an overbet 5.5 into the 4.5 blind pot. Rue is licking their lips. I love the call. 5 of spades on the river. The flush gets there. Milanov does have that jack of spades, a very good bluffing hand. It would be another overbet, I think. Although some players elect to go like 12.5 here. Maybe like 13.5 blinds. Just make it look like it's for value. Milanov goes in the tank. They are just going to give up the bluff. I was very curious to see what the river sizing was going to be, but we don't get to see it. Full house for Rue, takes down a nice pot, and I get another pocket pair. 10s this time. We'll open the button. Milanov with ace 8 from the small. We'll think about a 3-bet. Don't find it, dude. There's the 3-bet, 8 blinds to go. Rue has another calling hand, I think. We are playing pretty fucking deep here. Queen 5, 2 flop. I was thinking, do we ever 4-bet pre-flop? 10s really prefer a call, if we're being honest. Milanov forced to play some post-flop in a 3-bet pot, out of position, goes for a small c-bet 5.5 into 17.5. 10s quickly call. No equity picked up for Milanov. They're just looking for an ace here, dealer. Just an ace for Milanov. No, they're going to check it on over, give up the bluff. They got that ace of diamonds, which is always an interesting card, blocking some flush draws that will call your turn bet. Milanov gives up the bluff, check folds the turn. Another pocket pair for Rue, 8s once again, quickly opening up the pot in first place position from the cutoff. King Jack for Milanov, almost a 3-betting hand. They prefer to call. There we go. Queen 7, Wizzo in the big. We'll get the hell out of there. We get a King 10, 2 flop. Milanov with the top is the pairs. Rue checks it on over. Oh, by the way, we got $12,000 for the victory with bounties on top of it. $12,000 for second place. Third gets about $7,500. Fourth gets $6,500. And, who the fuck got 5th place there? I can't believe I already forget. It's been like 4 minutes, dude. We lost a body. Who the hell was it? I don't know. Prebs. Prebs got about $5,000 for their efforts. Ace Jack for Milanov will open it on up. Queen 10 defends the big blind, flops quite well. Queen 9, 5 flop. Backdoor straight, backdoor flush for Rue. Top is the pairs. We'll see a c-bet, I suppose. No, Milanov checks back the ace high. 6 of diamonds on the turn. Rue leads out small. Takes the pot down. Ace Jack just hits the muck. Ace Queen for Scar will open it up. Wizzo with a couple of 4s. I like a call here. Some players just fold though. Wizzo with about 35 blinds. The more we're thinking about it, I am leaning towards a fold. Wizzo says don't be a pussy. Still stick in the call. 6-4 suited in the big blind. Milanov will come along getting a great price. We get a king 10-6 flop. Somehow 6-4 is the best hand. Checks the Wizzo with the under pair. They will give it on up, I do believe. A bet. Does it ever get a pair of sixes to fold and then ace queen calls with the straight draw? We don't get to see it. Fours wisely check it back. 3 on the turn. Like, is there ever a world where Scar bets the straight draw? No, like, I like a check there. 4-4, probably just going to show it down. 6-4, sees a nasty queen of hearts on the river. The flush complete. Scar makes a better pair. Shouldn't see too much action here. I don't even know if ace queen bets for value. Well, it says half pot. How about that? Scar goes for a thin value bet here. And I don't think they're going to get punished. 6-4, not really a check raising hand. Not a calling hand either. Blinds go up. Not too much doing here. King 3 suited for Rue. We'll open the button. Scar is suited in the big blind, but 9-2, they say, yeah, no problem, dealer. Let's see 3 cards. We get an ace jack 8 flop. It goes check check 9 on the turn. Scar does make pair status. It's better than king high, that's for sure. 5 blinds in the middle, no draw. Rue checks back king high, sees a 4 on the river, and I would imagine this goes check check and a pair of 9. Scoop the pot. Scar says, I'm going to go for a thin value bet. How about that, dude? 3.69 blinds. And king high hits the muck. King for Milanov. Whoa, wow, that's a good hand. Scar with ace 7 in the small. I was thinking, like, not really a 3-betting hand here. Scar is an aggressive player. They could always take this spot. Kings just raise and take the pot down pre. But that ace 7, I was thinking, do we ever call from the small? There's some strong players that believe you should. Scar says, I'm not even going to call the pre-flop raise there. The button open. Interesting little hand. Anyways, we got 4-4 for Milanov. They come in for the cutoff open. Queen 8 suited for Scar. They take an aggressive 3-betting spot here. Make it 6 blinds to go and take the pot down pre. King 2, Wizzo probably going to fold that bullshit. Worst hand in poker. And Milanov will get a walk with the E3 off. I see an ace king in the big blind. Dude, look at all the Broadway cards. Queen jack for Wizzo. That's a monster considering what bullshit they've been dealt. Rue with king queen is going to play call, I would suppose. Queen 10 for Milanov. They're going to fold to small. Ace king suited will 3-bet large here. Wizzo playing off 24 blinds. Do we actually go small, like 10.5? Scar says, yeah, it's a smaller 3-betting spot here. 10 blinds to go. They take the pot down pre, and then they get another suited ace jack. Rue opens up ace 9. Scar in first place. I think my first instinct was to 3-bet. A call also makes a lot of sense here. Keep Wizzo in the pot. Yeah, ace jack suited does prefer a call for Scar. Interesting. Wizzo, great price comes along. 7-4-2 flop. Wizzo with the best of it with the pair of 4s. 1 diamond out there for Scar. Rue says, well, let's go to the turn for free, I do believe, with the ace 9, no heart. No, Rue just bets. Bets large, half bot. Scar's in a weird spot. We still got Wizzo behind. They find the call. Does the pair of 4s hit the muck? No idea what to do here in Wizzo shoes. You're going to have such a difficult time calling on turns and rivers. Pair of 4s does reasonably just hit the muck on the flop there. Ace 9, no good. Checks it on back. King of diamonds on the river. Scar holds up with ace jack. Got 13 in the middle. I don't think Rue bluffs here. Doesn't this just go check, check? No, it doesn't. Rue is just making me look silly. 8.5 blinds into 13. An ace-jack does hit the muck. No showdown there. Nice bluff by Rue. 8 each for Milanov. They'll open it on up and take it down pre. 4-3 in the big blind. Queen 6 off for Wizzo Wizzo. Somehow hasn't folded until they eventually do. Alrighty, Queen 9 suited. Wizzo Wizzo will open 2 playable hands behind in the blinds. We get an open limp in fact. Wizzo Wizzo pays 1 blind to see the flop. Rue with ace 10 will think about a 2-bet to about 4.5. Do we ever go bigger in this instance? No, 4.5 is the size. 4-4 for Milanov in the big blind. A 3-bet jam is... we got too many chips to do that if we're being honest. It's very tempting though. Queen 9 finds the call pre, and we see a Queen Jack 6 flop. Rue with the straight draw to the king, an overcard with the ace, and I think a few backdoor straight draws in there. We're going to get this all in on the flop, looking for an ace or king. We do not get it. Wizzo Wizzo with the toppest of pairs holds on up and gets the full double. Rue with about 40 blinds, still in 3rd place. Got Milanov on their tail, and they are right behind Wizzo Wizzo. They open up King Jack. Jack 5 suited in the big blind will come along to the ace Queen Jack flop. We get a backdoor straight flush draw, or sorry, royal flush draw. Rue checks back the flop, makes 2 pairs. Bets about half pot, takes it on down, blinds go up. Queen, queen for Rue. Is that their 5th pocket pair here today? King Jack will defend the big blind. 10-9 3 flop, 1 heart for Wizzo Wizzo with the straight draw to the queen. Oh, how nasty a queen would be. Is Wizzo Wizzo thinking lead here? King high. It's not a horrific board for the big blind. Not necessarily favorable though. Queen, queen with the overpair will go for a small C bet. Oh, just kidding. Rue is playing a different game than I'm used to, that's for sure. Very aggressive overbet. 6 blinds into about 5.5. Wizzo Wizzo does come along to the 9 on the turn, so a queen would be a full house for Rue. Straight draw doesn't work anymore. We're looking for a king, and that's about it. Rue goes in the tank. They check back the turn. Interesting play, giving Wizzo Wizzo some sort of resemblance of a showdown value with king high. We beat Queen Jack 8-7 suited. Jack 8 suited, that sort of bullshit. King high checks. Queen, queen will go for a hefty value bet. All the straight draws miss. Flush draw misses. The board does pair on the turn. That doesn't matter. We jam it all in, and king high will just quickly fold. I would have thought about a hero call there for at least a half a second. Wizzo Wizzo says no siree, we will quickly fold. Interesting little check back on the turn there, however. Overpair, not afraid of a river card. Jack 4 will raise to 3 blinds facing Wizzo Wizzo's limp. Queen 9-0 will come along to the king 7-5 flop. We both got backdoor equity. King 7-5, plenty of straight draws out there, a flush draw out there. Wizzo Wizzo with queen high has the backdoor equity, sees a small bet will come along to the 10 on the turn. Jack high, no good for Rue, no draw. 10 blinds in the middle. Feels like we have to go for another bet here. 2 flush draws out there. 6.5 blinds into 10 with just Jack high, no draw. Wizzo Wizzo with the straight draw to the jack. They find the call somehow with queen high. Deuce on the river completes the backdoor flush draw. If I'm Rue, I just pussy out and check it down on the river, and 23 blinds slide over to queen high. Rue has no showdown value here. They rip it all in. No way queen high calls right. Wizzo Wizzo does quickly fold. Nice bully play by Rue. 55 blinds, back in first place. Gets an ace queen from the small here. What an interesting turn call by Wizzo Wizzo with the straight draw with all the flush draws out there. Scar with 8-10 suited opens it up. Rue calls the small with ace queen. Queen 10 for Milanov, hasn't played call yet. They go in the tank, eventually find it. Jack 3-3 is the flop. Ace high still best. Not going to be easy to hang in there. We face a small flop bet, and ace queen does fold. Queen 10 with 3 in a row. Check raise is really cool. Not necessarily likely to find it in this instance. Milanov does just find the fold, and we're moving on along. Jack 4 suited. Wizzo will let that shit go off of 13 blinds. King 6. Ugh. Limp. Ace 2 could raise. Actually doesn't mind a check though. Scar's aggressive. They will take the aggressive line, raise to 3.5 blinds, and take the pot down pre. Interesting little situation there. We're like King 6. I don't think we really want to call facing that pre-flop bet. We could always think about a 3 bet to about 9.5. Look to take the pot down pre. Milanov says we'll look for a better spot. Got a couple Jack 10s, Ace Queen for Scar. Milanov opens the pot, Ace Queen. We'll think about a 3 bet here. Find it, 6 blinds. Wizzo gets out of there. Jack 10 suited folds the big. And Milanov moves along with their Jack 10. Queen 7 Scar will open. Wizzo with Ace 3. I would let this shit go. We have 11 blinds, 4-handed, Ace 3 offsuit. We might have a little bit of fold equity, so we could rip, hopefully buy the pot pre-flop, and Queen 7 might let it go. Wizzo thinks about it for a little while and lets Ace 3 hit the muck. Queen 6 suited in the big blind will come along to the 7-4-4 flop. Backdoor straight, backdoor flush for Milanov. Almost a check raising situation. Sees a very small bet, about a quarter pot. Finds the check raise, yes sirree, good shit. Scar with top pair is going nowhere though. Do we ever 3 bet the flop? No, we don't really want to blow our opponent off of it. Ace of spades on the turn. Interesting, Milanov picks up the flush draw. Go for about a half pot size bet. Scar has to call again, even though there's a overcard on the turn here. You don't expect too much Ace X to check raise the flop. Bomb the turn. King of diamonds on the river. Draws missed, dude. Milanov has queen high here. They're going to give it on up 22.5 blinds, so we'll slide over to the pair of 7s. Scar back in first place. Big pot for Scar there. 64 blinds for him. 7-6 suited in the big. His Jack 3 should just fold, right? Good shit. Milanov lets her go. Ace King for Rue will open it up, and Jack 8 defends the big blind. Queen 7 2 flop. Rue checks it back with some showdown value. With 2 cards to come, Jack on the turn does bring in a straight draw for the Ace King and a pair of Jacks for Wizzo the shorty. Free for a diamonds on the river. Interesting spot for Wizzo. Wizzo feels like you can go for a value bet, but it's not easy to be called by worse. Ace King does just fold, facing the 4 blind bet as blinds go up. 10-10 once again for Rue. Another strong pocket pair. Ace 4 for Wizzo. 11.5 blinds. Do we just fold facing the button open? We can jam this. Ace 7 would almost fold facing the 3 bet jam, but we got Rue with 10-10. They'd think about a 4 bet. Anyways. Wizzo folds the small 10-10, plays call from the big Ace 9-8 flop. Scar with the toppest of pairs will go for a C bet. Rue with backdoor equity. Pair of 10s, we're certainly going to have to call the flop bet. Quarter pot size. Quickly off to the 8 of clubs on the turn. That's not what anybody is looking for. 10-10 doesn't pick up any equity. Toppest of pairs, Ace 7. Do we ever check this one back? Nah, we're probably playing too deep to check it back. There's so many draws. Jack 10's open-ended, 10-6. Diamond draw out there. Some sort of 7-6. Scar says, fuck it, dude, we'll just check it. Go to the river, pair 10s, bets 2 blinds, quick call by top pair. Scar takes down a small pot. Ace Jack for Wizzo. Almost a rip here for 11 blinds. Wizzo takes the spot. Milanov covers him with a pocket pair of 2s. Can go bounty hunting. About $1,000 on Wizzo's head. It's close. 2-2 does find the fold. Unfortunate happening there for Milanov. Avoids the flip, but they're going to be in some trouble here. In last place position with another pocket pair. 3-3. We'll have to fold the small blind to ace-6 for Wizzo. Jams for about 13 blinds. Takes the pot down pre. Ace-10 suited for Rue. Will raise and take the pot down pre. And a couple of 7s for Rue. Another pocket pair. Plays call from the big blind. 9-9-8 flop. Jack-4 suited for Scar. Backdoor equity. Checks it back. Well, I thought we were going to go for a bet ski, but we didn't really want to face a check raise on the flop. Maybe that deterred Scar from going for the c-bet. Ace on the turn is a good card to delay c-bet. Scar finds it 4 blinds into 5 and takes the pot down. Jack-9 suited for Rue in the small. Could just rip this for about 9 blinds. King-6 is almost a call facing the small blind jam. We are going to find out real swiftly if Milanov finds it. They have about 9 blinds in total. I think King-6 is a call here. We see we're pretty well flipping. Milanov flicks it in as the slightest effect equity favorites. Jack on the flop. No king for Milanov. They are out of here in 4th place. Rue gets a bounty, about 20 blinds, slide in their stack. We're down to 3 players where we got about $7,500 locked up. Was that an ace-king walk for Wizzo? That's no good. We might have a flip here. Wizzo rips in 13.5 blinds. 9s quickly call. Queen 10 or king. Ace is also going to work. 5 is spades on the river. That's none of that shit. Wizzo is out of here in 2nd. We are heads up, playing about 60 blinds deep. 8-4 will start things off with a limp. King-6-0 will raise it up for Scar and take it down pre. Jack-9 gonna open for Scar. King-2 for Rue. We'll think about a 3-bet. Find the call. Ace, Jack, Jack flop. 3 of a kind. Scar bets real small. King-high. We'll think about a call. Kind of surprised to see the fold there. Rue correctly elects to just move along. Queen 7 looks like a limp. 4-2 forced to see a flop. Jack 6-2 is the board. Bottom pair gets a free turn. The 5 of clubs looks clean. No equity picked up for Rue here. Just a queen or 7 for a better pair. A 4 on the river. So that's 2 pairs for Scar. 1-liner to a 3. We are not getting paid here by Queen High. No siree. We bet 1.5 and take the pot down. Ace-5 suited will open. 6-5 defends the big blind. King-10-2 flop. Scar c-bets. Small. 6-5 will move along. 6 and a 3 limping it in. 9 and an 8 checking it back. King-4-2 flop. Straight draw to the 5 for Rue. They go for a c-bet. 1 blind. And 9 high somehow hasn't folded yet. Scar does let her go with a backdoor flush draw. Queen-6 opens the button. Queen-10 defends the big blind. 8-5-4 flop. Straight draw. Backdoor flush draw. Scar checks it back, man. I'm kind of surprised by the check backs on the flop with some equity there. Queen-10 will lead the turn. 3 blinds. What's going on here? Queen-6 flush draw. Straight draw. We have to call. Got some chop outs to an 8 or 4. 9 on the river is clean for Rue's Queen-10. No pair. Does Rue go for a bluff? They do. 7 into 11. Scar with Queen High. We'll get the hell out of there. King-8 suited. Rue limps it in. Jack-4 flopping top pair. No diamonds out there. Rue checks it on back and picks up a straight draw to the 10. Overbet by top pair. You'll love to see it. 3.5 blinds into 2 1/4. King High could be good here. Rue thinks about a hero call. Finds the fold with their straight draw. 6-5 opens. 9-8 defends the big blind. Jack 10-5 flop. Quite a bit going on here. Bottom pair. Scar goes for a half pot size bet. Rue is open-ended with the 2 live cards with the 9 and 8 to boot. Ace on the turn. Does Scar ever bet again here and take the pot down? As King Queen made a straight, there's plenty of flush draws. Queen of Hearts on the river. This 9 high oh, 9 high is a straight. 9 high makes a straight on the river. One liner to a king. Hearts get there. Roo has the dink end of the straight. They go for a value bet, take the pot down as blinds go up. Jack 9 limping it in. King Queen suited quickly raises. We get a Queen 7-4 flop, all spades. Top pair will go for a C bet and take the pot down. And we might have a flip here for about 50 blinds. Ace 10 opens the button. 8-8 will 3 bet, I do believe. 8 blinds to go from the pocket pair of 8s, and Scar might call actually. I don't think we flip here. I've got too many chips just to stick it in, right? We're in position. Scar wisely does call 7-5-2 flop. Not what ace 10 is looking for, obviously. No aces or 10s. A backdoor straight draw in there. No spades in their hand. They face a flop bet, and they just get the hell out of there with 2 overs. And Roo gets another pocket pair. Ace, ace. Limps it in. Scar raises to 3.5 with King Jack. Roo will think about a 3 bet to about 9.5. 9 blinds even. Don't rip it in here, Scar. Feels like we at least have to call, but we're out of position. Feels dirty, dude. Queen 3-2, all diamonds, both players with a diamond. Scar's in a little trouble here with 3 in a row in the flush draw. Face a small flop at 5 blinds into 18. I think we call. Some players might get really aggressive and raise it up on the flop here. 8 of diamonds on the turn. I think the show's over here, folks. Nut flush versus the third best flush. Heads up, poker 28.5 in the middle. I think like a 7.5 blind turn bet comes in. Jam on the river. Oh, we go to the river for free. A 3 of spades pairs the board. 28.5 in the middle. The show might not be over. Scar bets like 8, 8.5, 9. No, they just rip it in. Quick call. The show is over. What do you know? Roo gets the job done. And that's the end of it. We'll see Scar comes in here with 60 blinds to start the show off. We have a big flip here. We lose Prebz, a very strong body. Wizzo gets a bounty. There's a fun little 4-handed battle here. But Scar ends up getting the job done, and that is the end of the show. So if you made it all the way through, thanks for checking this bullshit out. If you got any comments or suggestions on improving the show, fire them down in the comments below. And until next time, adios amigos.